Hey guys, what's up? Kyle here, and I'm coming at you with a deck profile on Kozmos. Yeah. Sorry I haven't really been posting online. I've been too busy playing Pac-Man. If you look at my channel, I've been posting a lot of Pac-Man Adventures in Time. I've been doing the hard challenge, which probably later today I'll probably be posting. So once this video comes out, it'll probably already be uploaded. So yeah, let's get right into it. But before we do that, look at that sun. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Junior, wanna say hey? Huh? Yeah? Wanna say hey? Yeah? Huh? Alright, let's get right into it. And we are using Kozmos. Alright. Let's get into this deck profile. Let's put the cards over there. Alright. So first, we have 2 copies of Kozmo Dark Planet. Hold on, you guys. Alright. Come around this way. What can I say about Kozmo Dark Planet? It's a 4,000 beater. That's about it. And you can basically banish a monster to negate spells. That's it. 3 copies of Kozmo Dark Destroyer. Untargetable. 3,000 beater. And if it gets destroyed, you can add. Not add, but special summon. Kozmo Dark Planet, you can add. Level 9 or lower. So, you can basically add Dark Destroyer. And I finally got Kozmo Dark Lady, so we run 1 copy of her. She basically says no to affect monsters. 2 copies of Forerunner, unless you gain 1,000, and it's untargetable. And yeah, and if it's destroyed, you can special summon another Kozmo. This is your back row hate, Slip Rider. We run 2 copies of that one. Pops a spell, and you can special summon another Kozmo. 2 copies of Sword Troops. Now he basically lets you special summon a Kozmo from your hand, or you can pay 1,000 and bring back a Psychic. So like Tin Can, you can bring out. Let's see, where is it? Dark Lady. You can bring out her and special summon, and then yeah, so that's his effects. And obviously 2 tin cans. You can basically reveal 3, then let your opponent choose 1 at random, and then rest of the 2 go to the graveyard. By paying 500, of course. 2 copies of Farm Girl. Now her, you basically pay 500, and you can add if she does damage. Plus you can special summon a Kozmo from your hand. 2 copies of Straw Man. You can basically pay 500, target 1 Kozmo in your banish zone, and special summon it. Good Witch. I run her because she's basically a Book of Moon, and you can special summon a Kozmo. The Wicked Witch, she basically just protects herself. Now this is a new tech because I run a different strategy, and I run 1 copy of the Sacred Lion. Now him, you can basically pay 500 and select 3 Kozmo monsters in your banish zone and return to the graveyard. And I will get to that strategy in a little bit. Last but not least, we run 2 copies of Majesty's Fiend. I took out the Honest because I figured Honest, yeah, it saves me a little bit of games, but Majesty's Fiend, with all the Burning Abyss out there, I'd rather just tribute a Kozmo, since most of the Kozmos are special summons. I could just, plus it's negate effects. So you want to just special summon Kozmo first, like E-Telly, and then summon that, and just swing for a little bit. And then, finally, 2 Max C. Just draw power. That's it. Nothing really to say. And then 2 Honest. I really do run 2 Honest. So yeah, nothing really to say. That's it for the monsters. Nothing really to say on this. Kozmo Town lets you do 3 effects: draw, return, and if it gets destroyed, you can add another Kozmo card. 2 copies of Dark Hole. Nothing really to say on that. 2 copies of Lore. Let's draw more draw power. 2 copies of E-Telly. Lets you bring out your psychics. And then terraforming, search up for Kozmo Town. 2 MST. 1 Regeki. 2 copies of Twin Twisters from a background hut. And the last spell card I have is Soul Charge. Now, Soul Charge, I like this card because you can pay any number of points, especially on any number of your monsters. So we already know Dark Planet you can't bring back, but you can bring back maybe a Forerunner. But I don't know why you bring back Forerunner. Maybe just gain more points. But you would bring back. I did 1 game on Yugioh Pro, and I brought back 3 copies of Dark Destroyers. It was mostly just a test, and they do get their effects. So you can just pay Soul Charge 3,000. It does skip like a battle phase, but that's 3 effects of Kozmo Dark Destroyer, so they can pop 3 things. So yeah, that's why I run Soul Charge. That's it for the spells. For traps, we run. I will say this right now, most of these traps are for like a side deck, because I don't know if I'm going to Yugioh Day or not. 1 Solemn Strike, 2 Stormy Mirror Force. Pretty good. Triple Call Haunted, just for extra special summoning. 1 Trust Tribute, or a lot of people call it TT. I don't know why, but they do. Solemn Morning. 1 copy of Time Space Trap Hole. Might put this to my side. It's just good for like pendulums if they special summon from the hand. It's like, oh, return them, but it does cost you points, and you kind of want to save your points for Soul Charge. So, yeah. 2 copies of Grand Horn of Heaven. It's just for extra pendulums. Nothing to say on that. The good card for Monarchs is Magic Deflector. You can just stop their Monarch Stormforce and their domain, or whatever you face. Yes, I do run this. I run double copies of Dimensional Prison. Let's get a close-up on that. Dimensional Prisons. I run those copies because it's an out to Utopic Future. I run that. It just removes it, and it doesn't get destroyed, and they don't get their effects. That's it for the main deck and slash side. Now let's go for the extra. 1 copy of Red Eyes, still. 1 copy of Lavier to bring back your banished Cosmos. Oh, 2 Flying Seas. That was the other 2 cards in my main deck. I mostly run these 2 copies for Burning Abyss. Nothing else. Let's get back to the extra. Lavier. We run number 30 Ascalon. I might take this card out, because I don't see why it's very... It's just a beat stick. That's it. 1 copy of Pleiades. Number 61. Divine Dragon Filgrand. It negates things. Cyber Dragon Nova. It's just there to bring out Cyber Dragon Infinity. You know? Look at that. Let's see what else. Excuse me. 1 copy of number 23. It's a mandatory effect, so you have to detach and negate spells and traps. And you have to be careful with that one, because that one can actually negate your spells and traps. So, just a FYI. 1 Gaia Dragon Thundercharger. The last 3, 1 Chimera Tech. I do run Cyber Dragons. You guys may have not seen it in my main deck, but I do run it. like I said I think I said it on the entry, this will probably be my last final deck profile on Kozmos. So, yeah. One copy of Giga Brilliant. And the reason we run Giga Brilliant is because we run one digital bug core bag or something, whatever it's called. Now, the reason we run this is because you can just overlay number 20 to summon this, and then you can detach its effect. So if your opponent has like a Dante, you can just shuffle it back into the deck. I saw this on the European Nationals, and I thought, like, oh wow, that's pretty good. So that's it for deck profile, you guys. And yeah, this will probably be my last deck profile on my Kozmos because the Spiral cards are coming out, and you gotta get those Spirals and see what their effects are. I mean, and plus the ban list. They'll probably be after Worlds. So yeah, take another look at the sky. It's pretty awesome. Spider Junior, you want to say goodbye? Huh? Want to say goodbye? Junior, want to say goodbye? Oh, Junior's looking at something. Later, guys.